Bismillah.
Bismillah. Bismillah.
Have you ever wondered why Mama says Bismillah before cooking? Why Baba says it before driving? Why your teacher says it before class begins? There is a beautiful secret behind these two words, and today we will discover it together. This is Omar. He is 6 years old. He loves football, drawing, and eating his grandma's rice. But Omar has a habit. He always forgets to say Bismillah before doing anything. And one day, that was about to change forever. One sunny morning, Omar woke up with excitement. It was the day of his big school art competition. He jumped out of bed, grabbed his crayons, and ran straight to the table, forgetting to say Bismillah. And just like that, his favorite red crayon broke. Snap! Grandma walked in softly. She smiled at Omar with the warmest smile in the world. "My dear," she said, sitting beside him, "every time you begin without Bismillah, something important is missing. Not just good luck, my love, but the blessing of Allah Himself." Grandma said slowly, "It means, in the name of Allah, the most kind, the most merciful. When you say it, you're asking the most powerful, most loving force in all of creation to be with you, in everything you do." "Omar," Grandma said, opening her beautiful green Quran, "do you know how the greatest book in the universe begins? With Bismillah. Every single chapter, except one, begins with these beautiful words. If the Quran starts with it, should we not?" Grandma leaned in with a whisper. "Our Prophet told us something amazing. When you say Bismillah, Shaytan, who always tries to ruin your day, shrinks. He becomes as tiny as a fly." Omar's eyes went wide. "Really?" he gasped. "Really?" Grandma smiled. "Imagine it, Omar. Shaytan standing tall, ready to cause trouble, and the moment you whisper Bismillah, he shrinks, smaller and smaller and smaller, until he is nothing but a tiny buzzing fly. That is the power of two words." Omar ran to the kitchen for breakfast. This time, before picking up his spoon, he closed his eyes, took a breath, and said, "Bismillah." The food tasted sweeter than ever. Grandma winked from across the table. Even small moments become acts of worship. Before leaving for school, Grandma held Omar's hand at the door. Our beloved Prophet said Bismillah every time he left his home. He said it brought peace, protection, and blessings on his journey. Omar held his bag tighter. "I'll say it too, Grandma." Omar walked to school, and this time he said it, Bismillah. The morning felt different. The birds seemed to sing louder. The path felt safer. It was as if the whole world smiled back at him, because he had invited blessing into his day. At school, the art competition began. Omar sat before his blank white paper. He picked up his pencil, and this time, before drawing a single line, he whispered, Bismillah. His hands felt calm. His heart felt ready. He began to draw. His drawing came to life like magic. A masjid under a golden sky, a family holding hands, trees and birds and a glowing crescent moon. He had never drawn anything so beautiful. His teacher walked past and stopped. Her eyes went wide. Beside Omar sat his friend Zaid. Zaid rushed ahead without saying Bismillah and spilled his paint all over his drawing. He looked at Omar sadly. Omar smiled gently. "Say Bismillah, Zaid. It's not too late. Even if you forget at the start, you can say it in the middle." Zaid took a deep breath. Bismillah. He picked up a new brush and started again, slowly, carefully, and beautifully. By the end of class, Zaid's drawing shone on the wall. Both boys looked at each other and smiled. Bismillah had saved the day, twice. The teacher announced the winner, and first place goes to Omar. The classroom cheered. Omar held his golden star certificate, but he didn't think of himself. He looked up quietly and whispered, Alhamdulillah, because he knew the blessing was not his alone to take. Omar ran home and burst through the door. "Grandma, Grandma, I won, and I said Bismillah, and Zaid said it too." Grandma held his face in her soft hands and kissed his forehead. "That is better than any prize, my love. You remembered your Lord today." That evening, Grandma sat with Omar under the stars. Bismillah before eating, before sleeping, before studying, before playing, before every step of every day. Every time you say it, your action becomes worship, and every act of worship is a gift returned to you. That night, Omar laid in his cozy bed. He pulled his blanket up, looked up at the ceiling, and smiled. Then he placed his hand on his heart, closed his eyes, and whispered softly, Bismillah. And he drifted into the sweetest, most peaceful sleep of his young life. 2 words, 13 letters, infinite blessings. Bismillah, ir-Rahman, ir-Raheem. Say it before you eat, before you learn, before you play, before you sleep. Because with every Bismillah, you walk through life with the greatest help of all. Now go, say it. Right now, Bismillah.